A $1.2 billion aircraft fell from the sky, and the cause wasn't enemy fire, mechanical failure, or pilot error. It was something far more mundane. February 23, 2008, Guam, 0920 hours. A B-2 Spirit bomber lifted off from Andersen Air Force Base on what should have been a routine training sortie. 45 minutes later, the most advanced stealth platform ever built was in the Pacific Ocean, a total loss. Now, before we get to what happened next, let's back up. The B-2 Spirit wasn't just expensive, it was sacred. Northrop Grumman spent the 1980s building something that shouldn't exist on paper, a flying wing, invisible to radar, capable of delivering nuclear ordnance from anywhere on Earth. By 2008, only 21 of them were in active service. Losing one was like losing a Gutenberg Bible to a house fire. The pilot that morning was Major Michael Fay, experienced, combat-tested. His mission was textbook: fly a training pattern, test some systems, come home, nothing exotic. But as the aircraft climbed through 2,000 feet, something went subtly wrong. Fay felt it first, a gentle vibration, not alarming, not yet, but persistent. The kind of thing that makes you check your instruments twice, then reach for the tech manual. Except this time, the manual wasn't going to help. Here's where the investigation gets interesting, and where the museum piece, so to speak, reveals its flaw. The B-2's flight control system is a marvel of redundancy, triple redundant computers, backup systems for the backup systems. It's designed so that even catastrophic failures don't cascade into disaster, except this time they did. The Air Force investigation team, and I've reviewed the unclassified portions of their report, found something almost embarrassing. Moisture. Rain had gotten into the aircraft's flight control system during pre-flight. Not much, just enough to corrode a single electrical connector in the flight control computer. That connector controlled data flow between the inertial measurement unit, the aircraft's inner ear, so to speak, and the flight control computer. When Fay banked left during that training pattern, the corroded contact flickered. For a fraction of a second, the aircraft lost its sense of orientation. The redundant systems kicked in. Good, but here's the catch: they couldn't agree on what the aircraft was doing. One system said nose up, another said level, the third said nose down. The flight control computer, programmed to trust the majority vote, made a choice, the wrong one. Fay felt the aircraft pitch up sharply. He fought the stick. Nothing. The B-2 had gone into what pilots call a departure, a loss of controlled flight. From 2,000 feet with no options left, he ejected. The canopy blew. The ejection seat fired. Fay floated down into the Philippine Sea. He was picked up by a fishing vessel within hours. Safe, alive. The aircraft wasn't so lucky. It hit the water nose first and broke apart. Divers later recovered pieces of the fuselage, but the damage was total. A $1.2 billion aircraft gone. Now here's the small irony I mentioned at the start. The B-2 was designed to survive nuclear detonation. Its shielding can handle electromagnetic pulses that would fry every circuit board in a 10-mile radius. It can fly through thunderstorms that would tear apart most aircraft, but it couldn't handle a little rain in the wrong place. The Air Force's official finding was harsh but fair: inadequate maintenance procedures. Specifically, the aircraft should have been kept in a climate-controlled hangar overnight. It wasn't. A weather report predicted rain. The pre-flight checklist didn't account for moisture intrusion into sealed avionics bays. It should have. What followed was a cascade of procedural fixes: new moisture detection protocols, new connector specifications, new hangar rules. The B-2 fleet was grounded for weeks while every aircraft underwent inspection. In the end, 2 more corroded connectors were found in other airframes, both caught before they became catastrophic. But here's what still fascinates me about this case and what the insurance documents reveal. The aircraft was insured, rebuilt, not the same airframe. That's impossible, but the loss was covered. The real cost wasn't financial, it was institutional. For a program shrouded in secrecy, this crash became a very public lesson. The most sophisticated military aircraft ever built had failed not because of design flaw or enemy action, but because nobody checked the weather forecast before parking it outside. Major Fay survived. He continued flying other aircraft. The B-2 program survived. But that corroded connector in the Philippine Sea became a relic of something uncomfortable, that sometimes catastrophe doesn't announce itself with fanfare, it whispers, and if you're not listening carefully enough, you miss it. The B-2 Spirit crash of 2008 teaches us something we don't like to hear: that no amount of engineering sophistication insulates you from the mundane. Excellence isn't built in the lab, it's maintained in the details. Subscribe so you don't miss the next investigation. Every week, we uncover the small oversights that brought down the world's greatest machines.